Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Top Flight Pod. You know what it is. You know what we're here to do. We're back in studio today. Beautiful Austin, Texas. I'm with the boys. We got B here to my left, Bali here to my right, Logan, Verde Nation, ATX on the ones and twos. Gentlemen, what an episode. We got Minnesota and Open Cup game to talk about and some other things going on in Europe. Top four, América, Toluca, and a little more on top of that. B, how are you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. It's been a good week. We destroyed Houston midweek. Chelsea clinched Champions League football. A point away. I'm down for a point away. So it's been a good week. We got to finish it off by América taking care of business and getting that fourth. So we'll see. Happy to be here.
You kept yelling that last night at Patagonia. You kept saying, I'm down. A point, I'm down. Bro, you said it like down 10 times.
Yeah, I just kept yelling it out there.
You did. Bali, how you doing, mate?
Very.
Patagonia was a movie.
Man, it was very, very, very. I had a great time. Very good game. Very good game by us. Against Houston, we played well, and then last night we played very, very well. And I feel like we deserve the win. But I'm very, very happy.
Happy?
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I'm happy.
I'm not doing that bad. Better than Nation, how you doing, mate?
Hey, yes, sir. Doing good. Memorial Day weekend. You know what I mean?
Hey.
But shout out to everybody who did pull up to the watch party. It's always good to have those opportunities where we get together and, watch the team away and get a point. So can't complain.
Now, Austin FC did start down 1-0. They, managed to come back. So the vibe was definitely brought up by that goal that Austin FC scored
it was
at
loud.
the watch party. It got loud.
No, it got loud. When we scored, it got loud. It got super loud.
Shout out to Little Patagonia, of course, for having us. But even a bigger shout out to our new sponsor, Tu Pepito restaurant in North Austin, located right there, right by Main Event. If you're looking for a place to eat before going to Q2 Stadium, if you live in that area, make sure to check them out. If one day during the week you're looking for a spot to check out for lunch or maybe dinner or whatnot, make sure to check them out. We went with Alex and Salome the other day. Apparently, they've gone a lot of times before, but they have a bunch of good dishes, a lot of good place for you to check out, a lot of good drinks, definitely a lot of sodas from Venezuela that I was very impressed with, stuff that I've never had before.
Okay.
I was like, man, this is all new to me. So it was very, very good. So I highly recommend it. Make sure to go check them out because they're good food and also because they are our sponsor. They are supporting our coverage for Austin FC. And you're going to hear a lot about them in the next coming months from us. But yeah, shout out to them. But guys, let's get into the episode. Of course, shout out to the people on Discord. Shout out to the people that are on Patreon. Love the support from them as well. But before getting into the first team, we got to stop and talk about Austin FC too, because they also played a Minnesota team, but it was their second team, their MLS Next Pro team, and it was a very similar scoreline, 1-1, but these kids, these guys, these young men, they get to go to penalty kicks. That's the MLS Next Pro rules, and they get the 2 points while Minnesota just takes one home. That's what happens when you draw and you go into the penalty kicks. But Austin FC 2's goal was scored by none other than the Irish striker, Peter Grogan. Big ups to him. The assist came from Micah Burton. It was kind of like the goal that Minnesota scored on Austin FC's first team. Austin FC 2 kind of scored on Minnesota's second team. It was kind of interesting. It was ball bouncing in the box, and Peter Grogan cleans it up with his left foot. That's his third goal of the season. And, you would want them to be in a better position on the table, but the league is more about development. I know that they want to make the playoffs for sure to continue playing in the season, to extend their season. But it is what it is. Where they're at right now, I'm sure they would want to be higher in the table. But Peter Grogan, third goal of the season. I mean, maybe something there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's the highlight, I think, of the Austin FC 2 team overall. I think he's what stands out this season. He's been, I think, our best player, like I've said. And, if anything positive out of the season, because I know the standings aren't looking good, What place are we?
Low, bro. Like 14th, maybe even 12th.
We are 21st.
21st. Wow.
Overall.
So it's not been as far
Overall, with everybody.
as a season, but the one highlight I think is Peter Grogan, bro. And he gets the goal, so we have something there.
Though I believe that's with all the teams put together, because you got ATL there as well. But if you're looking at the West, that's the West right there. Where's Austin FC 2 at? Go
12.
12, that's what I'm saying. Like 12, very low in the West.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, this is they're not in the position that they would want to be.
Team got also we won the chip, but team got
gutted.
Yeah.
Team got guys went everywhere, and they brought in a lot of players as well. Jacques, can you go back to the lineup, B? There's a player that they recently got that's been integrated into the lineup right away. Actually, two players. The goalie, go up, B, Charlie Farah, and Jacques Barro. They just arrived, and they've already been like just boom, put it into the team. And here in the lineup on the screen, you see that Michael Burton got the assist. He was credited. Peter Grogan got the goal icon. But you also have Ervin Torres. You know, he's continuing his journey with Austin FC too. He's been getting shouts like, hey, can he be getting minutes with Austin FC yet? Is it, you think that Bali, you think maybe Ervin can see some minutes this season, or you think he's going to have to wait?
I wouldn't mind, but I feel like right now he's gonna just have to wait. I feel like right now the team is just there's a lot of competition in the midfield right now.
It's a lot of competition.
So I mean, a lot of players fighting for minutes. So I feel like, but he's a great player, and he's developing, and he's doing amazing. And but of course, one day I definitely want to see him on the first team.
I'm excited, guys, to see Jorge Alastoy. Hopefully, he develops into a player in for Austin FC too. I mean, he already is kind of important for them, I must say. He doesn't really get that many assists and that many goals. But, you know, I'm sure that they would have brought him here with the hope that he can be pushed into the first team at some point. I mean, Verde Nation maybe knows a little bit about maybe some of the stats behind Jorge, but he's kind of one of those signings that Austin FC2 made, bro, where it was like, I was like, whoa, we're getting this guy. He's a former Barca
I was going to say La Masia,
academy
right?
player. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what I'm saying.
I think you can kind of say the same thing, though. For the 2 team, you see a lot of new guys that presumably Roto brought in, right? So they're a completely new team as well. They're low in the standings early in the season. But, yeah, I agree with Brian. I think Peters came in, and he's definitely acclimated pretty quick. So, yeah, the 2 team overall, like you're mentioning, Alastoy, Jacobaro. So hopefully we can see, you know, everybody kind of clicking, and, you know, there's a lot of different variables.
Jimmy is also in the mix too.
I mean that's a great team. I mean, look at that.
Exactly.
Look at, I mean,
On paper, that's a solid team.
That's a very, very
Like
good
we're talking
team.
about
There's a lot
Barcelona
of-
Academy.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of talent on that team, but maybe they're not playing as well together, and you know you see the results. You know we're not doing too well on the table, but
This is an
give 'em time.
international tean as well.
No, for sure.
This is an
sure.
international team. Just in the back line, I mean, you have Spain, USA, Daniel, I forget where he's from, but he's, I think he's Polish, ain't he? Daniel, if I'm not mistaken.
Chesler,
Chesler. I mean, you got Jacobaro, Ervin Torres, Micah Burton, Jorge, Peter Grogan. I mean,
Yeah.
Jimmy,
A little bit of
Liberia, Ireland, a little bit of everything.
It's kind of similar to the first team, you know. So
I would hope that they'd be doing better right now.
I
Man.
mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
I would
yeah.
think that they'd be doing
do
better
you
too.
think it just needs more time to click,
know?
or
Look, I don't want to put any pressure on Coach Brett or anything, but I wonder what does it take for an MLS Next Pro team to let go of their coach. I think that happens at the end of the season. I doubt it happens in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
I feel like
they need a new face. Maybe they need somebody else.
But yeah. But all right, guys, let's get into the first team. I want to talk about Austin FC against Minnesota, the 1-1 that happened at Allianz Field. And I mentioned in the space was good. The space was actually, you know, chill. I had a good time talking with Tucker, with Jack, and everybody that gave their take on there. But I mentioned on there before anything, I said that the atmosphere at Allianz, it looks like a stadium that I want to visit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks
Sure
like a
you're saying,
stadium
yeah.
that was bumping, bro. And I feel like maybe next year, obviously this year the game already happened. Maybe an Open Cup if we have to travel there. I forget what the terms are or whatnot. But what I saw yesterday from Allianz and also seasons before, I kind of want to visit that stadium, bro. I felt like the atmosphere looked almost like Q2.
No, and I agree. It
Everybody
was loud.
standing up too.
Yeah, and when they scored, you know, that the crowd got pretty loud.
Yeah.
You know, you could see the fans. So it was a packed house.
Yeah, I was happy
was.
with it. B, road trip to Minnesota one day.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down to go to as many. I mean, I know we traveled a lot the first 2 seasons. We haven't.
We went to Kansas.
We need to start.
Bro,
Me and B went to Kansas.
We need to start going again because you know we in the beginning we were everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
It's because we work a lot with here, like in the HQ and stuff.
That's
But
true. Yeah.
remember that one year where we went to LA and then the weekend after we went to Denver? We went
Yeah.
back to back away trips, bro. That was crazy.
We went to LA for the first ever and then the first ever win.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
there's
we
vlogs
there.
about it.
Those were
Yeah,
amazing
there's
scenes.
vlogs
You got
about it.
Dani Pereira's jersey. You
Yeah.
still have that jersey.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
never brought it to
You
the
never
studio
brought
also,
it,
by
bro.
the way.
I've never seen it since that night, honestly.
Did you ever wash it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Good
Yeah, I
stuff.
did.
Good stuff. You also have Hector's jersey from the
Yeah.
Portland 4-1 win.
Yeah.
Why? You didn't get
legendary,
that back, man.
legendary.
That's legendary.
Legendary. Like, I have
Should do it.
legend.
Should do it. Should do it.
I have legendary shirts, bro. Collections.
You're a legendary guy.
Yeah.
You're a legendary
Yeah.
guy.
Literally.
Shout out Bali.
All right, but the 1-1 Austin FC against Minnesota. Let's talk about the game. Man, I want to open up with a question. And I want to start with you, Mr.
Okay.
Dressed in Black.
Okay.
Was this a good result for Austin FC?
I could say yes and no, you know, because we deserve, honestly, we'll take the 1 point. You know, I feel like it's fair. You know, we'll take the point. But I really do believe that we could have won the game. We had opportunities to win it. And I leave with a sour taste, in my mouth, that because I really wanted us to leave with 3 points because we deserved it. We played well. We had opportunities, but at the end of the day, we just we couldn't finish our dinner again, and it cost us 2 points. But you know what? We'll take the draw, and we have to regroup now because we have a huge game up next. Also,
You got RSL midweek.
that's also a huge game for us.
Diego Luna.
Yep, on fire.
On fire.
He's on fire.
On
So
fire.
are we ready for that?
I think we are.
Hopefully.
I think we are,
Hopefully.
mate. And we're obviously going to get into that here today. But, talking about the 1-1, we're talking about if it was a good result or not. I think we got to really take into account where this Minnesota team was at on the table. I know Ilya said that the team doesn't like to do that. He got cooked by the fans, and Ilya comes out, and we'll talk about that quote here in a bit. Ilya kind of responds to the people criticizing his words on that. But we got to take into account where Minnesota is at on the table. We got to take into account what they did to Austin FC when they came to Q2 and they won 3-0. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we have to take that into account when you think about this result. And I said this on the space. The 1-1, like Bean was saying, I'm down. I'm in for it. I'm happy. 1-1. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, dude. But in the final minutes, you could have won it. You could have won it. The 2-1 was there. Maybe was there a 3-1? I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit of a reach. But the 2-1, I saw it. So with the final minutes of the game, and these are just my general thoughts, and I'll get yours, B. I was happy with the 1-1, but I leave the match with the taste in my mouth that, man, we really could have won and had a statement in Minnesota at Allianz. But it was just a missed opportunity there at the end. But I'm happy with the performance. I'm not taking anything away from this 1-1 because it was hard fought. But the 3 points were there, mate.
Yeah,
I feel like
they
it
were
was
there.
for the taking.
Honestly, they were there.
I felt like they were there. B, your general thoughts.
Yeah, agree 100%. We could have won that game. This game reminded me a lot, or like I get the same vibes of like when we played Cincy away.
You did say that.
Because of like, okay, we set up this, we're gonna play defensive, we're gonna hit them on the counter. Nope, they scored on you. You know what I mean? Or like, it shook us up. Cincy did the same thing, but the difference is that this time we're like, nah. This time we're like, we're gonna get our okay.
There was a response.
There was a response, and the response was great, and the team overall played great. So it took a little bit to settle because we could have won the game, brother. We could have won the game at the end too.
Yes.
The points could have. That's why But after the dust settled, like I kept saying on the watch party, hey, a point on the road, I'm down.
Point on the road in MLS, you would be down for it, 100%, 100%. But this Austin FC team, they're also in a little bit of a situation where in the month of May, they're being, kind of criticized for only having 3 points in this month after the games that they've had. Maybe against ATL, that's the one that you should have won, right? But you also played some top teams like Vancouver. You got a point from them. You played a top team like Minnesota. You got a point from them. So I feel like that also has to be taken into account when you talk about the month of May. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Logan, your general thoughts on this match, mate?
Yeah, I agree. It definitely looked like one of those where, we had a chance to especially grab the 3 points. So, I'd take a point on the road. Definitely good. We still got 2 games left in the month, so I think it's like 3 out of 15 right now. But I definitely think we're starting to see a little bit better results, right? We're actually putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's still the same story of not being able to finish our chances, though. So we just got to figure out how to get guys in good positions.
RSL must win? Must-win match?
You're back at home. We're still on a winless, streak. So, must win. You got to win. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not a must win, but got to win.
It's not a must.
Yeah.
All right.
We doing this again, brother?
Oh, RSL is a must-win, mate. 100%.
I mean,
You
at
gotta
home,
win
B.
that.
We're
You
at
have
home,
to
B.
win.
We're
You gotta
at home, B.
win.
What are you trying to say, B? What are you trying to say right
I don't
now?
want to start this. All right, bet.
Look, mate, RSL is one of the final opportunities to kind of get points in this month of May because, you miss an opportunity against ATL.
Then you got to go on the road.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to go on the road to a tough place, which is San Diego. Snapdragon Stadium, it's been proven to be a very hostile atmosphere.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
tough.
We're going to talk about
Yeah,
that.
a
We're
lot
going
of
to talk
fights
about
going
that.
on, man. We better be ready if we're going.
Calma. I feel like we showed them a good time in Austin. I feel like they have to pay us back with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have
I
to
don't
pay us
know. I
back
don't
with
know.
that. We have to,
I feel like they just want to see blood.
after what I saw, man, I have to send some messages to some of the folks that I met. And I'm gonna say, hey, my people are gonna check in this day. I need you to watch them.
We for real need to-
I think I
so.
might have to check in for some folks. I think so. But guys, let's talk about the the stats real quick, right? Austin FC is winless in the last 6. They lost 3 matches. They tied three matches as well. They're undefeated in the last 3. 1-1 against ATL. We mentioned that. 1-1 against Vancouver. Mentioned that as well. Last night, 1-1 against Minnesota. We mentioned how Vancouver was first place. Minnesota was bouncing around in between second and third. And ATL was that W game that you missed that opportunity on. You have RSL that's coming up midweek. And then we mentioned how San Diego is going to be coming up at the end of the month. So the goal breakdown, right? Let's talk about Jan Kolmanič. Mr. Kolmanič. Let's break down the goal that Austin FC scored against Minnesota. It was a thing of beauty. I think it probably got the fans the most hyped in league play in a very, very long time just because of the way that it was scored, the way that they saw it. It was a beautiful build-up. It was a counterattack straight out of the Real Madrid playbook, if I must say. I mean, Gallagher, smart to see Bukari running into space, almost like a quarterback throw, seeing the receiver making that run.
Yeah, it was nice because
Right?
Bukari just put his head down.
Bukari just put his head down and he knew where he had to be.
He ran his route.
No, and it was a great pass.
It was
Also,
a great
Yeah.
pass. Beautiful.
Great pass.
Beautiful loft on it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Bukari does well with his run, taking it, and the ball that Bukari places into Mirto Uzuni.
that was different.
Oh my God.
That was
it was a
different.
difficult ball to place into the run. And Uzuni, very unselfish, mate. Very unselfish by the lad. He doesn't even pick up his head, but we hear in the press conference that Kolmanič was screaming at Uzuni, hoping that he would hear him. And Uzuni did. He didn't even have to pick up his head. He just laid it off to the side. And Uzuni comes in, 100 miles an hour. And I want people to know that at that angle, being left-footed, that's a tough angle to finish, mate.
For Jean.
It's a tough angle to finish, bro.
Bottom right.
Because usually from that angle, you would want to go at it with your right foot, maybe open up your kind of foot and give it that effect where it's going to curl the keeper. Jan Kolmanič, the effect of the ball is going away from the goal. You know what I'm saying? It's curling out. But he finds the side netting. He doesn't find the back of the net. The ball goes into the side netting first. So it was a very tough finish. Dane St. Clair is a quality keeper.
Yeah.
And you see it here on screen. Look at that. The ball finds the side netting first. You see that? You saw that, right?
I'm watching it, brother.
It
Yeah.
hit the side. So the ball's curling away from the goal, right? Based just on the way that Jan Kolmanič takes the shot on, just because he is left-footed. I'm left-footed myself, so I see it 100%. But B, your thoughts on this goal? Just really the whole play.
No, yeah, the buildup was crazy. That's what made this goal such a massive moment for us at the watch party because there was buildup. The moment Gallagher made that pass, everybody got out of their seats. Watching Bukari keep the ball, make the run, even got us even more hype. Uzuni making the final pass to Jean, and then he buries it. I mean, what a feeling. I love this feeling of like a build-up like this. So it was a great goal for me. Instantly, I go to H. This is the best goal, the counterattack goal of all history.
And we had to think about it today before getting on the pod. And we remember that there was a counterattacking goal against LAFC where Drusi pulls off a Rabona assist to Fagundes, who buries his chance very well. So I think maybe that might be the best counterattack, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
This
that
one is
was
up there.
Yeah,
Did
it's
we
up
lose
there.
that game? Did we lose that game?
No, we
No, I
won that
think
game
Austin won
also.
that game.
We
Austin
also
won
won
that
that
game.
game. That was
Austin
a
won
beautiful
that
pass by Drusi. I remember.
It's up there.
It's debatable. It's
up there.
debatable. Nah, but this one last night was different.
Another fact that we have to talk about, and I'll get Verde Nation's take on this, mate. It's the lad's first ever goal with Austin FC. This is an OG player. Kolmanič has been at the club since year one. We've kept him in the system. We've extended him. We've re-signed him. He was here for a loan, and then we kept him after that. This is a guy that the club believes in, right? They wouldn't have re-signed him if they didn't. But Verde Nation, what'd you think on the fact that this is his first goal? I mean, big moment for him to get it as well in a tough stadium to play at. It's going to be a night that he doesn't ever forget.
Yeah, man, happy for the guy. He's always the one kind of providing service, and to see him to be able to actually, and it's a nice shot, like definitely put on target. So, yeah, dude, that's been here since pretty much day one, right? If I'm not mistaken, so it's super OG. The fact that he, gets one, maybe a little bit later, we see him get that, injury to his knee, you get out for some
Torres
time.
ACL,
So I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
He's very injury prone. He's very injury prone.
He's not injury
But he's a guy
very
that-
injury prone. Let's
He's
be
had
real.
injuries.
No, but he's been injured a
Bro,
lot.
tearing your
Also. But
ACL
now
is
he's
tough.
playing great. Now he's playing great for us.
Yeah. It's a guy that Roto believed in, right? He's the one who kind of gave him the contract, kind of said he has something that, we can use. A lot of people have been calling for him. So he hits the celly too. You can see Uzuni and him had like a little moment too. So I'm just happy for him. Happy
He has
that he gets
great delivery as well. He has that cross. into
Oh,
the
yeah,
box.
of course. Yeah. So his service, but I definitely, I hope this is just signs of things to come. So.
People forget also that Kolmanič had the cross into the box that led to the penalty against RSL that tied the match to send it to extra time.
Dang.
Without that cross into the box,
And the decision day. So, but the one you're talking about one. Dang, I forgot about that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People forget,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
People forget. Wait,
Decision day comes in clutch.
left backs getting no credit, bro. I feel him. Left backs getting no credit,
I'm
bro.
sure he
Depends.
enjoyed
I
that.
mean, you know,
Yeah, I mean-
he was in a position as a wingback. Like he had even more freedom to go forward. He didn't have to worry too much about being defensive. That's when the criticism comes his way. Is when he has to be locked in and he's been getting caught out of position or runs in behind him that lead to goals. But if you let him go forward and not have to worry about that much, do your thing. I mean, he could be a great player.
I feel like Austin has a great dynamic at the left back position between Guilherme Biru and Jan Kolmanič because one guy is more defensive, but he gives you goals. Biru, right? He's more of a dog in the back. But Jan Kolmanič, when you bring him in late, there's clearly a plan when you bring him in the final minutes of a match where he comes in and he's supposed to supply service into the area for a header or a bounce in the box and a finish or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
He also has, like we see, a quality shot with his left foot. Right, we know that he has this, right, and that's why I said they have a good dynamic there.
But one thing I noticed, and let's be real, he was gassed at the end. He was like,
Think about all the
He was
running
tired.
guys
He was
that
tired.
pull
He
He
should
was
have
back
came
tired. He was
off.
tired.
He should have came off. To be honest, that's what I.
A little bit earlier, maybe.
I think he needs to be gassed. He
No,
needs to
no,
be
it's good
gassed.
that it's good. He had a great game. He scored. I mean, props, but he was gassed, brother. Like at that point,
I feel like fullbacks just have to be extremely fit too.
yeah, that is also true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Desler's
yeah,
coming
that
back
is
too,
true.
so we'll see how
Yeah,
that.
shout out this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I'm happy for the lad. I'm happy for Kolmanič to get his first goal. I mean, Bali, anything you want to add on that stat? First one for the club.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great goal, but to me, the whole play really started because of Bukari's pass. I mean, let's be real. You know,
Gallagher's pass was beauty as well.
Yeah, but Bukari's I mean, if Bukari doesn't make that pass, the play doesn't happen. You know, period. So I mean, it was a great pass by him. You know, I love seeing this new version of him that we've been seeing last couple games. You know,
Hey,
he's
it hasn't
changed.
gonna, we asked, was this gonna stay or what is this just
Yeah.
a one-off thing? And it's so far it's been this
It's
is
growing.
him, bro.
It's like growing. It's
You know,
growing.
you know what people were asking me at the watch party?
What?
They were asking me if the noise that the graphics made, if that woke Bukari up. You know,
Maybe it did.
You know how we posted and
Maybe
then
it
Alex
did.
asked a question in the
Yeah.
locker room. You know, ballsy question by Alex too.
He did.
Ballsy question.
I'm gonna lean towards what Ozzy said on the Spanish pod, and I keep saying it was him because he said it. He said like it's almost like he just like when he got here he didn't have no. He like closed off his social media and then out of nowhere he just like after this performances just checks and he sees all the stuff. He's like, oh shit, I gotta lock in, bro. Or sees fraud watch, all this like. He probably if Ozzy said that was hilarious.
And
was funny.
also when he scored against Houston in the U.S. Open, he also apologized to the fans. He said
he did that.
he said I'm
came,
sorry. Like
he came at the first thing he went to the fans, bro.
We'll get
he went
there.
to the fans.
We'll get there. We have
It
a whole
was
segment.
amazing. It was
we have,
amazing.
We have a whole segment
Yeah, but I'm happy
for
for him.
the Open Cup. There was also a couple instances in this match against Minnesota where Bukari was taking shots.
Yeah,
and
like
they
just-
were driven. They
Yeah,
were
like-
driven to the goal. I was like,
yeah, I
okay.
don't know where it just drives and then just takes a shot. Doesn't think about
Different
anything, and
Bukari.
it's- Different
Different
Bukari,
cloth.
and we love to see his Bukari.
Different.
We love to
Bukari.
see it.
Need to see more.
Of course,
Well, he needs to keep.
No, he's growing.
He just needs to
His
keep at it,
confidence is
bro.
growing.
He's on the up.
He's on the up.
He's
Just
on the
keep
up.
working. Keep lock in like you are. Just keep going. See how far you can take it.
Now you see. I feel like you touched on it last week, but now you see what I said was a couple weeks ago when I was like, we need to peak at the right moment. We're not peaking
Yeah,
right now.
bro.
We're still
And
we're
what
still finding the peak.
And what I said before we recorded, I was like, look, bro, Brandon and Vazquez is scoring goals. Bukari seems to have awakened. Uzuni's next, brother. Uzuni's next,
Now-
brother.
I don't know
Uzuni's
about that.
next.
I don't know about that, B. I
Now-
don't know about that,
Uzuni's
B. I don't know about
next,
that.
Now,
bro.
gentlemen,
I don't know about that, bro.
Uzuni's
Now,
next,
gentlemen,
I'm
the
telling you.
pod right now is definitely like on the roller coaster. We're like this, but now we have to take the fall, and we have to talk about the chances missed tonight. We have to talk about the goal conceded that was poor, right? So where do you want to start? The chances missed or the goal conceded?
I mean, the goal conceded because the chances missed came at the end
The
of
goal
the game.
conceded. The goal conceded for 500, Bob. Goal conceded for 500. Okay. Question, and I'll start off with this.
Okay.
Should Stuver have came out and caught that ball before Boxall put a head on it? It was in his area. Before you take your deep breath, buddy, it was in his area.
yeah,
So go ahead.
No, we have to just be real. You can't blame Stuver. He saved a lot. He saved a lot for us.
And that's coming from
also,
you.
and that's coming from me. You can't blame that for Stuber. It's on the defense. I think it's lack of concentration by the whole defense. I think John not being onside. And maybe hindsight not being in position, and just the defense all around. I feel like they all should just take blame for it. Just the lack of concentration that can happen. Can't blame Stuver though. During the game, he saved multiple shots by Minnesota. 100%, so
100%.
He had a great performance last
Bro, he
night.
does that every game.
Yeah,
he does that.
He has a
game.
consistent.
He does, like, every game.
But look where
He does
Boxall
have
headers
mistakes.
it, mate. Look where Boxall gets his final header on it, mate.
Yeah, but
it's in his small box. And if you talk to anybody that's a hardcore keeper, or if you talk to any keeper, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, Stuver should have came out for that." And don't be surprised. I remember Ozzy said this last time, right? Ozzy said he was all like, because Austin FC posted a video of Stuver doing some work like on Monday when I think Portland or something happened or whatnot. But Ozzy said, he was like, you see, Austin FC already has Stuver working on the mistake that he committed Saturday. So don't be surprised if during the week we see some kind of video that Austin FC posts of Stuver. Look where he heads the ball, mate.
He has to go for it.
Stuver kind of has to come out
He
for
has
that.
to go for it, yeah.
But the defense, I mean, it's also a very, very great placed ball. In a great spot also. It's kind of all over.
Doorstep in front of the goal.
It's kind of all over the place.
That's a better angle. Hold on. Let's go back. We're really analyzing. This is the best angle.
Look at that. Stuver doesn't even see the ball.
Nah.
It's doorstep, mate.
It's a great ball. It's a great ball.
It's a great ball. And Stuver doesn't even see it. He sees it kind of late.
The ball was right. He's like, if he tries to go for it, he might just have to palm it out of the way.
And he also sees John coming, so he doesn't know, is he going to get it? Is he not going to get it? So it's it's unfortunate.
I talked to a keeper about this issue.
A professional keeper.
Bat City.
Homie Kevin.
Bat City 7v7.
Okay.
Top kind of tier.
No. I'm not gonna.
Bat City.
Some of those guys
with Bat City?
No, some of those
Bat
guys are
City
very good.
77.
Some of those guys are very good.
And he said that Stuver should have came out, put a fist on it, put a hand on it, and if they hit him, it's a foul. It's a foul against the keeper. Any contact in the small box against the keeper, you're likely to get that call. Stuver should have put his body on the line.
That's also true, bro.
That also could be a knockout and a concussion.
Oof.
And be out for a month. So,
You scared then? Call up Cleveland.
No,
Call up Cleveland. I need a dog. I need a dog.
No, I'll call Cleveland.
I need a dog because you know what? Because
Cleveland.
I saw, and you were there too. I saw in the cold, in the training session, at the beginning of the season, in the open training session, Damian Loss took a bullet to the stomach. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was all like, ooh.
No, Damian Loss, that's a goalkeeper for
He's pretty bomb.
after next season.
After the Open
For
Cup
sure.
lineup, Cleveland's done. It's done. His season's over.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Hey, you don't know that, B. You don't know that, B. Hey,
What else you gonna...
Hey, you don't know that, B.
Now, let's bring in Verde Nation to kind of calm the conversation. Now, let's get his expert take on the goal that was conceded. Boxall does a good job at, putting his body on the line for Minnesota. He doesn't care if Gallagher throws a foot up and hits him in the face. He just needs to get a forehead on the ball, and he knows that he just needs to get a touch on it, and it's going into the back of the net, maybe, because Stuver needs a miracle to save that from that range. How'd you see it?
Yeah, I definitely think it was a 50-50, right? Stuver definitely could come out. I think if we've seen similar mistakes like that where it's just a little bit of a last-second decision-making, but yeah, just a lapse in concentration, I think, for the defense in general. Maybe we should get some... Boxall's a hell of a player, too. I mean, he's been with Minnesota for, I think they showed on the graphics, like
he was man of the match.
243 appearances. So, yeah, definitely. I think... I mean, it's nice that we actually get to get one back. So we concede it. We don't get that mindset where the game's over. Like we come back and we, Giant handles business. But yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. Now, let's talk about some of the chances missed because we have here on screen Uzuni, the chest, should have brought it down, but before it drops, he kind of stabs at it a little bit too soon, Nobi. You said that he needed it to drop more.
He timed it. He went too early.
He went too early.
Yes. Slightly early. He timed it wrong.
And you could tell that he slices the ball the way that the effect of the ball goes.
Oh yeah, it's almost like almost like tres dedos type kind.
People don't know this, but B in his day,
I've had plenty of those. I tell you that. I've had plenty of those.
B in his day was like backyard MVP type ish.
Yeah.
But no, the ball should have dropped.
That's a fact. It's not. It's a fact. I was. Yeah, in your face too.
Yeah.
8 World Cups in a row.
Terrible injury. Terrible injury.
My stats will never. Who's gonna surpass him, bro? No one, bro.
Maybe,
No, of course, but,
Uzuni, maybe.
You're acting like Uzuni right now. Maybe you should be dropped like Uzuni too.
Now, Bali, talk to me about that miss that we saw. Now, a lot of folks on social media were saying that Uzuni should have done better. You think that a striker of his quality should be doing better with those chances?
Of course, man. Of course. He had one in the first half, one in the second half, and then one of the last shots of the game. He could have won it for us, and he also didn't place the ball in the right spot. We see this a lot with Uzuni, and I really don't out of all the DPs, he's the most expensive one, and he's the one that just hasn't picked it up yet. And I see frustration in him too. Also, when he misses, he's upset, and I feel like that his confidence is very, very low. You can see it. I feel like
he always grabs his head after.
Yeah, he's
Like Logan said, he hits his emote.
yeah. So to me, I feel like I would honestly, if I'm Nico, I would drop him. I wouldn't start him next game.
That's the worst thing you could do.
I feel like he just get his confidence back up. You know, talk to him. You know, maybe a second half player wouldn't be bad. Maybe he scores more. Maybe
people
fresh legs.
People
second
on
half.
the Discord chat were saying to send them to FCito.
No, that's very
Imagine
disrespectful.
Uzuni to
Wow.
FCito.
Man, that's very disrespectful.
Nah,
No,
that's
very-
disrespectful.
That was a joke. That had to
be a joke.
I was the only one defending him from
That had
that
to be a joke.
conversation.
Nah.
No,
Can you believe it?
No, look, the fan base is very ruthless. You know, let's be real. But
Fan base is ruthless.
that's a little too much. You know, that's a very expensive player. And
Look,
taking him
at
to
first when
Osito.
you said that, bro, I don't know if this was on camera, but I was like, nah, that's the worst. I agree with Age. Like, but then you said, no, Bukari got benched too.
Yeah.
And then look at him, like, you know, maybe he needed a little bit of that.
Well, he didn't start the Open Cup, no?
Yeah.
And,
He didn't start
and
the-
we won, and we scored a lot, no?
We scored 3. We did, yeah.
So
And we look better, no?
I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, we did look better. I'm not gonna lie. We did look better. We did look better. But you can't lie that Uzuni is a player that has an insane amount of quality. We just haven't tapped
hey,
into it
it's
yet.
just like I'm telling you, bro. Brandon Vazquez, he wasn't.
And let's be
burying him.
real. And let's be 100% real. And Logan can also come in on this topic. This is a guy that could be missing his family, bro. He has a newborn son that he hasn't even met. He hasn't even smelled that newborn baby. And let me tell you, bro, there's something about that smell of a newborn baby that once you have it, bro, you cannot let it go. You cannot let it go, bro. There's something about that, bro. I need him to meet his son and have just a week, at least a weekend with his family, so he can have just a time with his people, bro.
So give him a week off.
If we have to, if we have to sacrifice a week for the rest of the season, I'm down to get him in his with his mojo, bro.
Yes.
Man, look, hey, you're a professional, Uzuni. Okay, you're a professional. You know what it comes with it. Be professional.
Also, it's not like he just kind of calmly walked in here. He came in here saying he was talking.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does miss his family.
look.
But you know what? He has a job to do. He gets
But
paid a lot of money too to do it.
He's gonna click, bro.
Now-
He's gonna click. Whether it's, you know, however, we said the same thing about Bukari. We said he needs to go and hang out with the boys. He needs to do something, right? Now there's something for Uzuni as well. Like whenever it gets going, and I have faith that it will, he'll click, bro. He'll click. I'm telling you, bro.
Now, Logan, if you can give us your take on the Uzuni situation, and then I'll read some comments from the post-match press conference with Jan Kolmanič and Nico Estévez.
Yeah, it goes to show that, you know, there's a lot more that goes into this game than to just, you know, play on the pitch, right? Like we're talking about family, we're talking about, you know, all, cultures, different, all kinds of things. But I think Ozzy put it best. I mean, a player like him at the caliber he was where he was at in Spain, I mean, obviously having good success. Then you come to a completely new country and the fan base is different, right? I think, you know, he's definitely in a slump. I don't think it's a question of quality. I think like B's saying, Bali's saying, like, you know, we got to give it, you know, everybody else kind of been getting the opportunity to start clicking, but at the same time, you know, the money always gets brought up, you know what I mean? So it's just for how long can we
I want to add this. The same way that we're treating the Bukari issue, Brandon Vazquez came out and told the media, hey, I know what it's like to be in a hole of not scoring goals, so I'm trying to get Buka out. That's why I gave him the PK. Uzuni is next.
Yeah.
And I don't think Diego Rubio helps by taking the free kick away from him in the Open Cup.
He was hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was
I
hurt.
mean, yes, Rubio did have a nice shot, and then it resulted in a ricochet that CJ Fodry should have put into the back of the net, but he shoots it right at the keeper. But we need to also, I know Uzuni has a strong character, and I think maybe that's what's pushing away some of the compassion that folks are giving Bukari, who is that Messi-like figure, very, you know, timid, very calm, callado. Uzuni is that CR7, you know, walking around like a soldier, you know, saying that he's going to break records and whatnot. So it's hard to be compassionate for a guy like that because he made the hole for himself with the words that he spoke when he arrived at the club. Bukari didn't say anything like that. So it's easier to feel for Bukari, you know, it's easier to, you know, lean that way instead for Mirto. But the same way that we're treating the Bukari issues, we need to get Uzuni out of this slump because he's in the same slump. Yeah. They were in the same hole. Bukari managed to get out, and look what he looks like right now. Uzuni is probably waiting for the same snap or moment so he can start having that Bukari renaissance.
Yeah, I mean, also you don't know his relationship with the boys in the locker room either. Like he could be on the
That's
media
true.
saying,
That's true.
"Hey, I must do this," but in there he could be like, "Hey, look, like, just like
He went to a concert with Dani. They went to go see J
so
Balvin
so
together.
we don't know exactly the relationship, but
Oh.
but you like Logan said earlier, bro. You see quality. I mean, I know he's like his shots are like. But you see some sort of quality in him, brother. You can't deny that there's not
he's getting
quality
in the
there.
spaces. And Nico touches up on that
Yeah.
post-match. He says that he creates chances for himself. It's just the final moment, the final shot, the final pass
Yeah.
is evading him.
And that's the same conversation that we would have with Buka, bro. I'm
2-3
telling you.
weeks ago. 2-3 weeks
exactly.
ago.
So wait, bro. Wait, relax.
Yeah.
BB is scoring goals. Is he not?
It's
Is
not
he not
like the
scoring
guy's
goals?
not
Is he? Wait, hold on.
hungry
Is he
either.
not? Yes. Bukari. We're seeing a whole new version of Bukari right now. Something happened. Whatever it was, team bonding, whatever. But he's clicking.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Wait till
Now,
soon he starts
maybe.
clicking, brother.
Some quote from post-match quote from the Houston game on Uzuni that kind of ties into the conversation we're having right now. Nico Estévez, he says, I've seen many players who have come to this league, many who later excel, have a hard time, a very hard time. They have to adapt, and he has to adapt to the league, to the way of playing. And then a quote from Kolmanič after this match on Uzuni, the connection, and also the assist. Kolmanič says that we talk a lot, me and Mirto, speaking Croatian language. We understand each other. I told him I would be running every time he gets the ball, kind of, making the overlap. And then Kolmanič also says that I know maybe he hasn't been scoring goals, but he runs his ass off every game. And that's true. Uzuni's defensive work rate, you can't deny that it's there.
Yeah.
You can't deny that this guy presses his butt off. I mean, this guy that runs his until he is completely gassed. So you can give him that at least. But you didn't bring him here to do that.
Yeah, he's here to
Yeah,
score
but come on,
goals.
he just got here though.
He's here to score
That's the
goals.
thing, no, but that's
he's
what
here to
people
finish,
say.
and that's what he's not
You know,
doing.
it's his first season here, right?
It's
Yeah, I
exactly.
know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know that, right?
Exactly.
I just want to remind you.
Yeah, no, I want to remind you in a couple of weeks, or what is it, Logan? In a couple months, we're gonna see how much he gets paid. Yeah, I'm gonna remind you that too whenever it comes out.
I had a dream. I actually
And we're gonna see.
had a
We're
dream.
gonna talk.
I had a dream, bro. I had a dream that those numbers came out, and they weren't. Or Mirto Uzuni wasn't making more than 1.5 million a year. I had a dream. I don't know if it's right. I have no idea.
You're lying. You're
Maybe
lying.
three,
no
maybe
idea.
three.
That's a fake
Say
dream.
round two.
It's a fake dream. It probably was because 1.5.
I say about
low.
2.5, 3.
I say 2.5, 3.
2.5, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Some
lot of money.
comments. Some comments from Coach Nico. He says, "We came here to win. We are not happy with the draw. We came here to win, and I think we had the options to win."
Of course.
And then he also says that we thought after a lot of conversation, a lot of analysis, that the best way to win here would be with that formation, talking about the back five. So the back five, they did their thing.
And it worked.
Bro,
it worked well.
bro, I'm telling you, he approached it just like Cincy, bro.
Just like Cincy.
And
He
just like
approaches
Cincy
some
game,
games good,
and
he
just like
approaches some
Cincy
games
game,
bad.
this whole approach got slapped in the face by a goal. Like it was like, what?
A quick question, gentlemen. Dubersarsky, we asked if he should have got the start against Minnesota. He later did. No inside information. No inside trade information at all. Just took a guess. He looked good in the Open Cup, and I was wondering, why not start him? We need to give some guys rest, right? And I felt like this was a perfect moment to do it. Kind of like a house money kind of game. Dubersarsky started, but did he impress?
Nah, he didn't impress. He had a couple mistakes. He had one mistake that almost cost him a goal. But he did play well in the U.S. Open. But I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't start him again unless there's a player that we need to give rest or injury. But maybe off the bench, a cup player, or maybe somebody fresh legs off the bench.
Cup player and then league off the bench. I think that's a fair role for him right now.
Or maybe give him a little minutes, little by little, because he did struggle.
I believe it was Alex or Diego Valencia. One of them said that Dubersarsky plays better with Ilya Sanchez, not with Savovic.
Maybe the communication. Maybe they communicate
Maybe.
better. Ila's very.
But didn't they play in the Open Cup, Savovic and Dubersarsky? I don't know. B, thoughts on Duber?
I think a lot of pressure was going to be on the midfield to begin with, just for this lineup alone. And this is the first time that they've played together alone, like in the midfield. So, a lot of eyes on it. And, I get the criticism, but I think Nico approached his game well by doing this setup, bro. I think he approached it well. I know the goal kind of, threw things off,
The goal was a defensive and goalkeeper just mistake. I would
just
say.
a lapse and also a good ball. Like Bali said, it was a good ball. But
It was a good ball. Put him
But
into
yeah,
the
I mean,
box.
like I said, at the end of the day, it boils down. You want me to criticize or like talk about the performance and everything, but a point on the road is a point on the road. That's what I'm gonna always. That's my end. A point on the road, brother. So
It's something.
It was good.
We leave with something.
Leave with something. I'm leaving here with something. Now, just to get into the Open Cup match that was against Houston, right? It was a huge match, important match for Austin FC. They needed to win it. It was a must-win match. It was win or
That is
go
a
home.
must win, brother.
win.
That is must win.
That is must win.
That
See, I just want to
competition
make sure
is a must
that
win.
we know the difference here, brother.
Facts, facts.
win or bunker in Q2 Stadium because the fans weren't going to let you out.
No, it would have been
Win or bunker in
would've
Q2
been-
Stadium because the fans wouldn't have let you out.
No, there were scenes before, and there were before the game, and there were going to be scenes after the game for sure.
The fans would have laid down on the road where the cars come out and just been just like human, just laid down on the road.
Just trap
No,
the
it
stadium.
would-
Just
would've-
trap the players in there.
It would have been really, really bad. Honestly,
would've been bad.
It would have been bad, and against Houston, oh my god.
And
no,
we wanted to warn the players. And I feel like we did. I feel like the Aussie clip really maybe got to the right people. Maybe
of
it got
course.
to the players or whatnot. It was shared by a lot of people.
It was.
And Aussie was pretty much saying like, "Hey, I'm telling you, I'm serious. If Austin loses this game, the fans are gonna explode." And they would have.
explode.
But I guess we'll never know.
Yeah,
I guess we'll never know. Because it was 3-1, gentlemen. Austin FC took care of business. It was midweek. We were worried how many people were going to show up. We were worried what Austin FC was going to show up. But the right one arrived to Q2 Stadium. And they slapped up Houston. And it feels so good because you beat a rival team and in a cup elimination game. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I know maybe lifting the trophy is probably better than that. But just taking Houston out of this competition, it's better than beating them in the league for like a away match like the one that they won 2-0. No, but what are your thoughts on the Open Cup?
No, I mean, look, these games with Houston are like a little. It's just they stand out because like I know we have a derby is Dallas, we do, but Houston's different, bro. Like if anything, like our closest thing to a rivalry is Houston. Like it's Houston, bro. Like us in Houston. I know Dallas in there, and we
Things have happened too.
but with Houston, it's different. So to be a do or die game, elimination, it was hyped and Ozzy speaks from the vibe around the fan base. I mean, he's not lying. Like
It wasn't?
we were chatting before the game. Like, where does this land? And I think was it H? Someone brought it up. Where does this land as far as like the most important games of all time for Austin? You know, we were having that discussion.
Tucker was asking that
Yeah,
as well.
we were having that discussion, and like it was just a big game, but 3 goals, Bukari. I mean, it was light. I'm not gonna lie. The stadium was pretty light, bro. Midweek. It was honestly one of the lightest.
It was. I feel like a good amount of
It was
people.
still loud. It was still loud.
pretty
It was
light,
still
brother.
loud. It was still loud.
Oh, supporter section was
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
It was
It should've
lit.
been more packed, though. It
It was
should've been more
lit as in the South End. It was lit as always, bro. It's never not lit in the South End. I'm being real. It's never not lit. But like as far as overall, you can but it was great vibes at the night though.
Now let's talk about the goals. Let's just jump right into the goals because there's 3 of them, right? Brandon Vazquez got one, Bukari got the one off of the penalty, and also Elias Sanchez, another guy that got his first goal for Austin FC. So Elias Sanchez and Kolmanič in 1 week, both of them got their first goal for the club. One guy, it took him 5 years, mind you, Kolmanič. But Elias Sanchez, he did it. He did it in his first one, right? But all the work, all the credit for Elias' goal has to go to Bukari.
Bukari. No, it was a great pass by Bukari.
I mean, it was right in front of
left it
you
on the
two.
plate. He left
was
it on
right
the
in front of
plate.
you
Bro,
two.
it was
Let's get Logan's point of view
Yeah.
of that one. But Bukari, the third goal, the move that he pulls off. We'll go backwards. We'll go from Elias' goal to the
Yeah.
penalty to Brandon's.
Yeah, no, definitely scenes. I mean, the fact that he even gets that pass off and then Ilya to be the one to finish it and the celebration afterwards too. So yeah, the vibes were immaculate. Definitely love to see this team. That, and like you're saying, that was the third one. So like we're up 3. I think it was 3-0
3-0
at
at
that
one point.
point. Yeah, so like vibes were immaculate, bro. It was kind of light, but nah, it's definitely good to be there right front of the action and capture the moment. So
The little spin that Bukari, well, the turn that he's able to pull off.
yeah.
Magisterial.
Yeah,
Magic.
for sure.
I mean, you were also right there and right in front of him.
I mean, Logan was locked in trying to get the shots. I was like trying to see the fans' reaction. Bro, I'm telling you. I know I said that and we said that it was light, but I'm telling you, bro, it was lit at the supporters.
What was
section.
everybody's faces like?
Oh my god, everybody was happy. It was
Crying.
bro. I could see Tuck crying, bro, from like far. But it was just so. It's like I said, every week the South End does never disappoints, and I felt the vibes, the 3-0. I mean,
Hey, Tuck is developing a little group of haters. Haters.
Oh, it
Haters
comes with it. It
against
comes
Tuck.
with it. It comes with it. It comes with it. It
They're
comes
coming-
with it.
they're
It's
coming
comes-
after
it comes
Tucker's
with it.
takes.
It comes with it, my G Tuck, bro.
They're
So
coming after his takes. On social media, I'm seeing a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
but
he also compared
He's a-
Dubersarsky to who?
Caicedo.
Because Caicedo.
Caicedo.
Oh, like
And
He said-
Bukari to
I don't know.
Ronaldo. Look, my G,
I can't-
he's
I can't
emotional,
with
my
that.
boy. After the
No, I feel-
games, you
I
know,
feel-
he
love
says
Tuck.
what
I love
he
Tuck.
says what he means.
Monteri.
So, yeah, Monteri.
Now, so that was the third goal. Good finish by Ilya Sanchez. You know, he makes no mistake. He knows what he has to do at that moment. He's been in this league for so long. He knows what he has to do. He doesn't blast it, doesn't put it wide, puts his boot through it. Back in the net, solid. So that was that third goal. Great move from Bukari. 75% goes to the assist, 25% goes to Ilya Sanchez, but still did what he had to do. So good job, Ilya, Capitan. And now the second goal was Bukari involvement as well. It was a penalty, but Brandon the Generous is what I was saying on the space. I was very happy with Brandon Vazquez, and then post-match he comes out and he tells Alex in the media that he wants to take him out of that hole, right? He wants to get, so that's why they kind of let him take the penalty. And folks are being critical about Bukari's penalty. I think he sent the keeper the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I think he sent the keeper the wrong way. I think it was a solid PK, but he puts it into the back of the net. But that's on the whole PK situation.
yeah, I mean,
Haller wins it, by the way.
yeah, how that wins it. You could just tell the type of person Brandon is. You know, he sees it. He sees his teammate struggling, and he gives him the penalty. And that was just an amazing moment for Bukari. I feel like he needed that.
But also, Brandon had his goal already, so
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had his goal.
true.
yeah, maybe he had it. Man, I think
No,
he
but
takes it.
he's very generous because he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to.
doesn't have to.
He doesn't
Yeah,
have
he
to.
That is true. That is true.
He
But
doesn't
that's
have
one
to.
thing I saw right there. I told you right away. I said, bro, Bukari, as soon as it happened, Bukari was taking that pin. It's like he knew that he wanted to get out of the slump. And like you're mentioning, BV already had his goal. So we're sitting here talking about, he doesn't have to.
I don't know. I saw the same thing, bro. Like, I saw maybe Brandon Vazquez wasn't putting up no fight.
Yeah, like
He was like, usually he's like, nah. And I saw
Yes.
Bukari grab the ball, and Brandon Vazquez just,
Yeah, like everybody
Yeah,
knew.
like, yeah.
But
it
Bukari
wasn't
was locked in. He was taking
Yeah.
the pin. Like he
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
he
he
wanted to
was
get out
taking
of
the pin,
he
brother.
wanted to get
So
out
there
the
was
slump.
no like here.
There's no.
okay.
It was Bukari getting the ball, and Brandon Vazquez like,
Yeah.
Brandon probably told him, like, yeah, go ahead. You know?
But like Bali's saying, he don't have to do that because he has put up a fight before. Where
And
wasn't.
Brandon is also under pressure himself. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in form. He has his, what are his goal contributions? He has
He has
like
7 in the past 7, but then
Seven
he
in the past
scored
7.
in San Diego, so that's 8.
what's a
in
good
15
question for
games.
Nico?
so he has his goal contributions, but he still needs more. He's still a $10 million
We're
player.
talking about Open Cup.
Has
you know what I
Nico
mean? The
said
league
a
is less.
set taker? Like
No, he hasn't. said
That's a
it,
good
no.
question because you know how teams sometimes.
But we've only seen Brandon Vazquez.
Yeah,
let's not
Brandon's
play
been the
the
only
fool.
one.
B.
Okay.
Let's not play the
But
fool.
what I'm
this?
saying, do you
Let's
know
not play the fool.
there's teams where it's not set, bro. There's teams that were, I know maybe it's not a good like strategy or move. There's teams that have suffered from this, right? But sometimes the team is ran. It's like y'all decide who takes it in the moment.
Didn't Chelsea have like a
Yes,
problem
we
with
had that problem too. So we don't know if this is how we're playing it. Like I know Brandon Vazquez is stepping up to take him always, but like he doesn't necessarily have to. Maybe the vibe is like, nah, this one goes to Bukari. It's up to the team to decide. Or is there a set? No matter what, this person takes it. That's
I
a good
thought-
question.
I thought it was Brandon Vazquez.
No, I feel like
You
it's
don't
Brandon,
know?
and I feel like it's Brandon. They just gave Bukari the opportunity.
Think so.
to-
Guess
to score.
okay. I'm winning a bet. If we get another penalty. Who's gonna take it?
No, Brandon.
If Uzuni's on
Brandon,
the,
Brandon probably take it. Oh no, he might give it to Uzuni. He might give it to
exactly.
Uzuni.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
He might-
That's what
No,
I'm
but-
saying.
But he's
no.
saying he might give it to Uzuni. It's
No.
he. Who is he? It's
Yeah,
Brandon
it's
Vazquez.
No,
Yeah.
He
no,
is
I-
him.
No, I
Gotta
feel
go
like
through him.
He
if
is
we're
him.
if the game's 0-0 and it's a penalty, Brandon's gonna take it. I mean, he's
Yes.
not just gonna give it to
Think
Uzuni.
about the moment as well.
Oh,
Yes.
so he's kind
Yes.
to Bukari, but not kind to Uzuni.
That's
Nah,
what I said
he's kind
earlier.
to-
I said
he's-
the same compassion we're showing Bukari for this little slump. We gotta show it to Uzuni, but I understand it's hard to show compassion to a guy that's saying all the things that Uzuni has said.
Calling out to Alex. Let's
In the
ask that
media.
question. Let's ask that question, bro.
Yeah.
Let's ask that
Okay.
question.
No, but it was
I'm
a
gonna
great
text
finish by
Alex
Bukari.
right now.
Great finish
Like,
by
hey, bro,
Bukari.
Great
do,
finish
do
by
me a
Bukari.
solid.
Now, the first goal, gentlemen, John Gallagher, he does a little bit of the work. He gets the assist, though. Brandon Vazquez does an insane amount of work to get the first goal to go into the back of the net. He takes on like 2 or 3 guys. He pump fakes or whatnot.
Yeah, he pump
and he
fakes,
gets, bro, the
What a
finish that he
finish.
pulls off. Oh my God, bro.
No,
Back
that's-
of the net.
That's what we paid the money, man. That's what
That's
we paid
a
the money.
$10 million
That's
finish.
that's a number 9 right there. You know,
That's
with a
a number
finish,
9.
physical. You know, you can see the physical presence. He grabs the ball, he pump fakes. Everybody gets scared,
And
and,
it's-
boom.
And it's a tight angle too. It's not
Yeah,
like it's right in front of goal. It's a tight angle too.
a tight
Great
angle.
finish.
It's a
The
tight
goalkeeper
angle.
didn't even see it.
It is.
Didn't
No,
even see
yeah,
it.
definitely.
Great finish by Brandon, and I feel like he's picking up form, man. He's picking up. We're seeing Superman take off.
We're seeing him in form right now. I mean, just like Logan said, he has what, 7 goal involvements in the last 7, in both competitions.
We're
all
seeing
competitions.
him in his form. Bukari is waking up. Falta one is a 3-headed dragon, like Ozzy
Dragon,
said.
bro. We're almost there.
We're almost there,
We're
brother.
almost there,
We're almost
bro.
there.
Oh man.
Wait, the 3-headed dragon right now, the meme one.
Bro,
is
look,
Uzuni right now.
if
But then the two that are locked in,
I need
is
Uzuni.
Bukari and
I need Uzuni to. I'm gonna give him until the Open Cup in July.
you're setting him a
July,
deadline.
July, bro, July.
That's what he said. You got to.
No, yeah.
May, June, July.
No, yeah, but we have to be.
You know
we
what I'm
have
saying?
To.
I
We
need
have to,
him.
man.
I need him to start clicking. That way he can help be a threat in Open Cup.
I don't
think he just
care
needs-
about family. I don't care about any of that.
I do.
I don't care about any of that. You know, we need you to focus. We need you to lock in. And we need you to be the Uzuni that
He's
we want.
gonna. He's gonna, bro.
I
He's
care about
gonna.
family.
I have faith.
A lot of games we could have won if he finished.
Logan,
dinner.
wasn't
a
his
lot of
family
games.
supposed to
Same
come
thing
to
we were
the
saying
States?
about
We would
BV.
be up in that table,
Same
I'm
thing we were
telling
saying
you.
about BV. We said the
We
same
would-
thing about Brandon
we would be-
Vazquez at the beginning of the season. Oh, we could have won so many games if Brandon Vazquez didn't just bury his
And you know
chances.
what's crazy,
We're saying the same thing
and you
about.
know what's
Hold on,
crazy?
we're saying the same thing about BV. We're saying the same thing about Bukari. We're saying the same things about Uzuni, bro.
Let me say this.
Bukari and BV are clicking.
And let me say this, bro. Rayados fans were saying the same thing about Brandon Vazquez when he was with them when we signed him. They were saying that Brandon Vazquez wasn't in good form anymore because his wife was unhappy. They weren't happy living in Mexico. Remember, Logan?
Plus,
Everything everybody was
there
saying?
was a net-
they
there
were
was like a-
saying the same stuff about him.
there was
It's
like a-
about family way.
Yeah, there was like a flood.
Toretto. Family, bro.
Family.
Family.
Family,
Family,
bro. You
bro.
look like Toretto.
And then also what we mentioned about Bukari is that maybe he's like isolated. Like he doesn't. His culture's different. Like maybe he's a little lonely. I don't know. Like
No, Bukari even confessed to the media that he's going through a rough month.
Exactly.
He
So-
confessed to the media.
so family, brother.
Family way.
Uzuni needs to go see his child.
Yeah, I was gonna
Uzuni
say
needs to
go,
we need to
man.
get Uzuni a pin, and we need to get Uzuni
Hold
his
on,
family over
what kind of
here.
pin?
A penalty.
Oh, okay, a penalty.
penalty.
Oh yeah.
The Benjamin.
Benjamin. Shit, no, we don't need to give him that.
Nah, he said in the interview, he said
he needs to go see his fam, or his family needs to come see him, bro.
100%.
Maybe it's tougher for his baby to travel. Probably wouldn't want to do that, right?
Well,
private jet.
Babies fly free.
PJ.
Get a private jet.
Yeah, PJ, 100%.
He PJ.
He'll be back by the next
Yeah,
game.
you're
Pre-court.
right.
AP, if you're listening to the pod, we need to get his family over here. Get in contact with, I don't know,
Anything,
with
the
people.
embassy or anything.
The embassy.
PJ.
somebody.
Anything, bro.
PJ,
Anything. Get
something.
his family here, man.
I mean, we need to do that.
Everyone, the mom, the brother, everybody.
Everybody, bro. Can they stay with you if they need a spot? I think they can.
Yeah, they
We'll be
can.
there.
I think
They
Uzuni
they
got
can,
it. Got
they
it. I
can.
think Uzuni got it. I think
They
Uzuni
can.
got it. I
Yeah,
think Uzuni
Uzuni can
got
stay.
it.
Yeah, you pull up, Uzuni. We could talk.
No, but we're just waiting to see what happens. You know, the family is nothing to play with, and you know, I feel like everybody here just wants Uzuni to start clicking. It'll benefit everybody in this room. It'll benefit the club that he plays for, that employs him, that pays for his salary. And if the man needs his family, we need to make that happen. We need to make that happen because it seems like that's what Brandon needed. Now he's in form. He came back to the States where he wanted to be. Bukari, he confessed to the media that he was going through a rough month. Maybe personal issues off the field. I don't know. What's going on with Mirto? Is it this? We need something.
We need to fix it.
We need to fix it, man.
need to fix
Because you see the quality.
You see the quality.
You see the
exactly.
quality.
You see the quality, and I've said this like 5 times on the pod again, bro. Like, falta one.
Now,
Falta
guys.
one more needs to wake up.
Now, guys, the quarterfinal, San Jose,
Huge
away
game.
from
Must
home.
win. Huge game.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a must win.
must win.
See,
That's a
okay,
must win.
now we're
SSC.
talking.
Must win.
SSC.
No, but that's like that season over. Like if we.
You said
if we-
this. You said
no,
this.
yeah, I'm saying like this season over. Like this is season over type
And Asia
games.
agreed with you.
So if we lose,
Later.
if we
Say that
lose
for
this
the
game,
first
that's our season right there. Like it's over. Like
3 games to go for silverware. You got the quarterfinals. Now, I need to pull up the other legs, right? I'm going to pull them up right now. But Austin FC against San Jose. Austin FC will have to travel to PayPal Park. Austin against San Jose is always a crazy match. It's never an easy.
It's always
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Never walk in the park. I feel like
especially at their home.
yes, bro,
especially at their
always.
home,
And
man.
they have good players. They also have a good
They do,
coach.
they do.
Bruce Arena has really done work at that club. Primo was telling us in the chat. And, you know, they got Chicho. You know, they also got Christian Ramirez. You know, they got a lot of quality good players. Hernán Lopez, is he still there? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, he's still there.
So, you know, this is a team that you can't sleep on, bro.
Yep.
But how are you seeing this quarterfinal draw?
Man, I'm getting the more we win and the more we move up, you know, the more I get more excited about this competition. You know, I want this competition so bad. You know, I feel like this is our chance. This is our moment for us to win silverware, and it's a moment that we've been waiting for. We're 3 games away from just
Waiting for years, bro.
yeah, three games away to pick up a trophy, lifting up a trophy,
And
and
also,
that makes me
for
happy,
some
man.
reason, I don't know if this is the right way to see it or think about it. It's like, yeah, the trophy's nice, but what comes with it is, for me to compete in the Champions Is it Champions Cup now? CONCACAF Champions
CONCACAF
Cup.
Champions Cup.
I mean that gives you a ticket to the party, bro.
Yeah.
We're back in the
And
party.
that's what Ozzy was saying. He said that he wants to go back to those
Yeah.
international competitions.
He said he wants to be in the CONCACAF Champions Cup and be in the
and
Leagues
Leagues
Cup.
Cup. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got to qualify for those tournaments.
Yeah, because the last time we were in that competition,
What a-
we got embarrassed.
What a way to
we
fix
got
that, though.
embarrassed.
What a
We
way.
looked- we-
I like this. Like that. Like you have to if
You got to qualify.
You got to qualify
because there's
It's better.
financial benefits to the Leagues Cup. You know, CCC maybe not much, right? Maybe the financial benefits are more for the Leagues Cup, but the Open Cup, the financial benefits, they're low.
It's
I mean,
not
you
even-
get a couple $100,000 for winning the Open Cup. No, you get rings,
Yeah,
and
it's-
also it's a historic tournament.
it's
It'll
a-
look great
yeah.
in your trophy case. It'll look fantastic.
It's a historic trophy for sure.
So it's like winning. Maybe the FA Cup.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
that's
so exactly. It's just La Copa del Rey.
La Copa del Rey,
it's very historical.
You want it to be in
Trophy,
your trophy
of
case.
course.
It is historical, but you want the champion.
I want to win it, and I
want
want to
the
be
league.
able to win it back to back to back and keep it,
Consistent.
And
you get rings
It's
too.
silverware.
You
It's
get rings.
silverware,
You
bro.
get rings too.
so man, I'm
and
excited.
we're 3 games away.
3
I'm
games
excited.
away.
I'm
Now,
excited.
the teams still left in this competition: Nashville, DC, Philly, New York, Rebels, Minnesota, Chicago. Now Chicago, Hector Jimenez.
He might be coming over here.
Oh,
That would be a great.
We
I'm
can
sorry.
have him on
I'm
the
sorry,
pod.
my G, but
What
can
you
have
think
him on the
Chicago
pod.
can just
I'm-
take care of
I'ma hit him up.
Minnesota
I'ma
like
call
that,
him.
just like that?
now.
we're gonna have a Berhalter and Hector on the pod.
Now, one thing that I was very into the match Austin FC versus Minnesota Saturday night was this could be an Open Cup kind of preview, to see what was gonna happen in the future if things go certain ways, right? But the graphic here, the bracket. So Austin takes care of San Jose, and then Minnesota will, let's say, most likely take care of Chicago, right? Minnesota has hosting rights, right, Logan? If I'm not mistaken, how did that go again?
Minnesota has hosting rights, and then we have second priority hosting rights. So if Minnesota loses and we advance, I believe we would host the semifinals.
Okay,
Okay,
So Chicago at home
Chicago at
is
home.
the best
Chicago at
scenario
home.
for us.
Best scenario
If
for us.
not,
and I
then-
think that's a winnable game.
If not, then we go to Minnesota and we take care of business this time.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one, but it's that or season over, bro.
Yes, you're
The
right.
players need
And
to put that in their head.
But first, let's calm down for a bit. I know I think we're looking ahead, bro. The San Jose games against Austin are
We have to
crazy.
take them out. We have to take them out.
Yeah, but
take them out. We have to
We're
go
away.
in there
And
with the personality
of do or die.
and a motivation that we want to be champions.
and also
And we're 3 games away.
we have to point out too that there's still another side of this bracket, guys. You still got Nashville,
Yeah.
DC,
New York,
Philly,
the
too.
other
New
side is
York.
beefy.
Philadelphia too. Philadelphia too.
Philly
You know what?
looking good.
I want
Nashville.
Philadelphia. I
No,
want
but-
Philadelphia in the finals.
but I'll say this.
I want Philadelphia in the finals.
I'll say this: two giants are gonna knock themselves out in between Philly and New York.
Yeah, for sure.
So at least one of those two is gonna be out.
Bro,
Yeah.
what if
That's
it's
the good
Nashville?
thing.
If it's Nashville and Philly in the semis?
Nashville's also Mukhtar.
Don't
hey.
sleep on DC.
Mukhtar.
Benteke.
Mukhtar.
El Benteke, pa.
Benteke.
El Benteke.
He's leading Golden Boot over a Messi season,
He
right?
won. He won the Golden
Golden
Boot
Boot.
last year. He's in
Yeah.
my fantasy team.
Don't
Over
sleep on
Messi,
them,
Suarez, over
Don't sleep on Benteke.
Look, at this
bro.
point in the competition, it's all good teams.
Yeah.
What you have to do is just perform
That's true.
and be there.
That's a good
And
point.
we have to do that.
And I feel like Austin has the squad.
We have
to
a
make
shot,
run.
man. We have to go all out. Like, I feel like Nico needs to just can't stress this enough because he would stamp himself as a legend
Now let me
for
ask
Austin.
you this.
First
Yeah.
ever
Oh,
trophy for
100%,
us.
100%.
You know,
100%.
he knows what this means. You should know. He's like, come on.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
Dang, I didn't think of that.
Manchester United style. Would you be okay if Austin FC is in between 10th, 9th, and 8th for the rest of the Open Cup run if they prioritize this tournament and reach the finals? If they're kind of, jeopardizing the playoffs a little bit, but staying in that range of making the final positions in playoff, but they're making it into the Open Cup, like semifinals, making it into the final, would you be happy? Similar to what Man U did.
I mean, if we're being like United, then we'd be not an 8th,
Yeah, okay,
9th.
maybe
We'd
not
be
yet.
like
Maybe not yet.
12, 13.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if,
true.
It's tough. I want the U.S. Open so bad, bro.
You might
I
have
mean,
to sacrifice some games.
If we're sacrificing, if we're leaving away draws, wins, and we're losing some games. If we're in the finals of the U.S. Open, that all leaves my mind, though.
See?
I want this trophy. Honestly, We're not gonna win.
to
We're
be
not gonna
honest,
win.
bro,
We're not gonna win the MLS
You don't
Cup.
know.
Bro.
You don't know that.
We're not gonna win
You
the
don't
MLS
know
Cup.
that. You
We're not gonna
don't
win the
know
MLS
that.
Cup. B. Our team is
You
not
don't
good
know.
enough.
I'm
Our
with-
team is not good enough.
I'm with Bali,
don't
bro.
know that.
I'm
Our
with
team is
Bali,
not good
bro.
enough.
Put your car on it.
I'll put whatever on it. We're
Put
not
your
good
car on
enough.
it.
I'll put whatever
Why
on it.
specifically his car?
I'll put like I'll put whatever. I'll put my like I don't know.
I'm with Bali on this one, brother. I'm with Bali. I think just because we've never. How long have we been around?
This is
5 years.
historical, Hernán.
And already a potential for a silverware, like being at least this
Well,
close.
we made
ever?
it to the Western
Bro.
Conference Final.
Hernán, let's not just win this competition. Let's make this competition ours. Let's win this back to back. Let's make this our competition.
That means we can never.
I want to. I
So
want
you know,
to.
bro.
So
I
that means we
wanna
have to
bro.
stay bottom of the league for a while
No,
because you
no,
know
no,
if you
no,
go
no.
up in the league, you qualify for
course.
the
Yeah,
Leagues
yeah.
Cup, not the
Of
US
course, of
Open.
course.
So if we're always winning the US Open,
No, but
we're
I would
always
look,
there.
I would love to just win, man. I would love to just make this our competition, man. I want us to go all out.
Nah,
I want
don't
us to
say
win
it
it.
like-
Look,
Honestly,
pretty
I don't
much
think-
Austin has to see this as their Europa, their Tottenham. It's the only way to get into the Champions League football. Champions League
Oh,
football
yeah,
would
that's
be
true.
Leagues Cup,
That's
CONCACAF
true.
Champions Cup, because Open Cup is a pathway to all that. So, I mean,
That is true. That's what I said. The ticket to the Conca Champions Cup
Is through the Open.
far greater than the trophy, in my opinion. This is how I see it.
just think about Austin FC once again potentially traveling to Costa Rica, potentially
that
traveling
would be
America.
amazing. That would be
To
amazing.
America.
DR.
They
Going
could
to
play
Mexico,
America. They
playing against
never
Pumas, playing against
Tigres or
Tigres,
something.
Chivas,
Yeah,
Necaxa,
because they might come
America.
here in the
Yeah.
Champions Cup.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
because
bro, I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now, the
you're right.
ticket to that party is far greater.
And then
than
imagine,
the significance
just
of the
imagine,
trophy.
dream, ladies and gentlemen, dream. You win the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
That's too much.
Just dream. I said dream.
All right, okay, dream.
You
dream.
win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. The next edition of the Club World Cup,
You're in.
they call you.
You're in.
They call you.
You're in. No,
You're
you're
in
in.
it. You're in it.
You're in it.
You're in it. And nobody else. I mean,
So
pre-court,
Austin
pre-court. Make
in
sure
it-
you don't own anybody else pre-court. Make sure you don't own any other team, or else they're gonna come after one of them. But Austin FC parlays that into a Club World Cup.
Yeah. And
You gotta
we're gonna
be
learn
amazing.
real quick what it is to have a ticket to this tournament. Watch.
Yes.
We're gonna learn real quick that just being a part of that competition is freaking is like winning a
And let's
championship.
be real. And let's be real, guys. This investment into the team was not to win just the Open Cup and Copa Tejas. No, they won international tournaments with this money that they invested.
Well,
because
I mean,
that's how you start selling players.
I think we have a long way to go.
got a long
If
way to
that's-
go,
if
Bali.
That's
We
We
got
have
a long
three
way.
games to go, bro. We have three games to go.
To win the Champions
Bali.
League, it's gonna be
Oh,
tough.
you're talking
You know?
about-
Look,
yeah.
we got a
Are
long
we
way to
still in
go.
dreamland?
We listen, and everybody.
There's teams way
boys
better
and
than
girls,
us in the
boys and
league
girls that are
also.
listening, listen to me, Bali. We got a long way to go, but a journey of 1,000 steps. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We got
what?
a long.
What?
I'm not cutting this, by the
What,
way.
bro?
Okay.
What, bro? Whoa, you're a fraud?
Ladies and gentlemen,
That what it is,
boys
bro?
and girls, listen to me, Bali.
Okay. Listen to me.
A journey of Bali. We got a long way to go.
Okay.
A
You're right,
journey
you're
of
right.
1,000 miles.
Yes.
Begins with a single step. Wow. Think about that.
We've taken so many steps now, so what?
We took a step against Houston, and now we're in the quarters, mate. That's all we can do. And we got to take care of business against San Jose. And that's another step.
100-year war.
It's a 100-year war. There we go. We said it.
Come on, bro.
Now, all right, Logan. Any thoughts on this Open Cup mumbo jumbo that we're talking about here, bro? We're obviously dreaming, talking about the Club
We have
World
to win,
Cup.
Logan, please, bro.
We're talking about the Club World
Make it
Cup.
make sense, Logan. We have to win this competition.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal, right? Vibes would be immaculate. I think that would be very historic for us. So, yeah, I definitely think there's a possibility with looking at who's left. It's going to be tough. You know, it's just who knows? Maybe that could be the time that we peak. We get a chip, we get a trophy. You know what I mean? So yeah, then if we're still talking about Dreamland, I mean CCCs would be nice too. I even see the thought of just being able to be back in that competition and getting a chance to redeem ourselves. Didn't really handle it last time, but. Yeah, I definitely think Open Cup is a real possibility, and I think it would be good for the
We
fan
can
base.
beat San Jose.
Question. Is this the final? Like already have a set venue and everything?
No,
No?
because they drew for priority.
Exactly.
And all that. There's a possibility for the final to be at Q2.
Okay.
Yeah. Can
So
it
if
be
we-
a Q2?
if we-
They
if
can
we-
be.
They'll do another draw after, I believe,
For the semis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
But there is
that's-
still a potential,
the
right?
semis aren't
The
even
reason-
until September.
You
and
could
then
tell
the
we've
finals
never
in
been this
October.
far in the competition.
The reason why I brought this up is because if you really want to talk about dream, imagine having the U.S. Open Cup final here in Austin and being
That would be
Why not?
amazing, bro.
Imagine.
I would have passed out, bro. I would have passed out, bro.
It can happen. Bro. It can happen.
And we win out and like we go off like 3-0,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Uzuni hat trick. He peaks right at the right moment.
Immaculate vibe.
Bro,
And
I
he,
would pass
and
out,
he
bro.
does this. He does this.
And then he does see.
Oh, and he does that.
Please, Uzuni, please shut the haters up, bro.
And he does Jimmy time.
He does the legendary Shadur.
Yeah.
Shador.
All right, he does the Jimmy. I'm down. But no, this is a very winnable game. San Jose lost
of
to
dreaming.
SKC 5-3. They've lost to Columbus. They lost to they beat Portland 4-1. In the Open Cup, they beat Sacramento Republic 2-1 in the round of 32, and they also beat Portland in the round of 16 1-0. So just be careful.
Okay, so they've been there.
They tied
through.
against Houston 3-3 recently. And just to see some of the players that they have on their team, Buddha, they have Husseini Buddha playing in the Open Cup San Jose. I remember he was linked to being one of the first round picks that Austin FC got in 2021. I remember I made an edit of this kid. Hernán Lopez, Christian Espinosa. So, just watch out for some of these guys, man. And then on the bench, they have Mark Anthony Kay. Got to give him his credit. Preston Judd. Got to give him his credit. So I'm wondering where's Chicho if he doesn't.
Maybe he's injured. Maybe Chicho's
somebody
injured?
told me he was injured. Shout out
If
to
he's
my
injured,
G.
yes.
Shout out to my G George.
Yes.
He told me he was like, hey, is Chicho injured?
Yes.
They have Joseph Martinez as well. Gotta remember that. If I'm not mistaken.
Joseph Martinez for real?
Yeah, they got Joseph Martinez.
Man, I'm kind of scared now.
Where? Oh, they have Nick Lima as well, guys.
Nick Lima.
Yeah, Nick Lima. So I think
Nick.
Chicho is hurt. I think Chicho is hurt, y'all. I think
Yes.
Chicho is hurt.
He's
Yes.
got a muscle injury.
A groin.
Expected is early June, though.
Also,
Early June?
Early June.
Oof.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Now, just to confirm, Joseph Martinez, yeah, he is with the San Jose Earthquake. So it is him. Jay Martinez is him. So they got some quality players on this team. We can't sleep on them. But like I said,
We
winnable
can't.
game.
Dang,
We
he
have
got
to win.
6 goals?
Winnable
win.
game. Must win, just like Bali says. But just real quick before we finish Austin FC segment, it's good to have Mikael Desler back. Dani Pereira will also be back. He
course.
was questionable for this game, so both of them will be, fully back into the team here soon. Desler got his minutes against Minnesota. Dani will slowly be integrated.
Sorry, bro. I just wanted to bring up a quick fact about the U.S. Open Cup. Because I was like, when's the last time? Because you look at that bracket, there's no USL team like in the bracket. So I was like, when was the last time a USL side won the U.S. Open Cup? I asked, ChatGPT. He goes, Rochester Raging Rhinos in 1999. Wow. That's the last time a USL
That's
side.
crazy.
Maybe that's why
Sorry
Don
to throw
Garber
that
wants
out.
to-
Sorry to
that's
throw
why
that
Don
out.
Garber wants to get rid of the
They're
Open
not
Cup.
at the right level yet, mate. They need to get better.
And you know what? I think that I saw something that the Open Cup, they don't recognize that trophy. They don't recognize it.
Just
The MLS doesn't recognize it or something. Because I think they posted a graphic and they didn't post like what team won it that year. They just posted all the ones that MLS teams had won it. I think it was MLS. They didn't post that one. It was kind of silly. I was like, why wouldn't you post it? It just looks petty.
yeah.
They
Plus,
refuse to recognize it.
yeah, that's petty.
That's petty.
That's petty.
Because it was a
Sorry to
USL.
throw that
It's
out there.
not, it's not petty.
It's petty. It's
Not
petty.
petty.
It's petty. No, but like I said, Desler got his minutes against Minnesota, so he's working his way back. Dani is definitely working his way back as well, recovered quickly. And still waiting for Robert Taylor to finish his recovery. But like I said, shout out to everybody on Patreon. Shout out to
Robert Taylor.
Pepito Venezuelan restaurant
Pepito.
in North Austin. Make sure to check them out. Highly recommend it. Let's see. Get the churros for a dessert. I really
Churro.
enjoyed
They have
the
churros too?
churros. The burgers there are really good.
Churritos.
And the tacos there, Mexican certified. They're doble tortilla. They got 2 tortillas.
Oh, I love the double tortilla.
I told the guy, I was all like, look, bro, I was judging the taco. Like, I know tacos. I told him, I was like, I know tacos. I told him, I was like, you had double tortilla on there, you passed the test, bro. If you gave me a taco with 1 tortilla, I might have given it back to
Bro,
you.
H pulled out a little notebook and a pen, bro. He clicked it.
But how was it like the meat?
No,
and
it was
everything?
good. It was good. It was quality. They also serve a plate with chicharrones, and it was really good, bro. I mean, they have these Venezuelan dishes that the names they're not sticking with me, right? But like some of the stuff that Alex was giving me, he was saying, "Hey, try that, try that." I was like, "Damn, this is really good." Ooh, excuse me. Alex is probably thinking about me right now.
Yeah, he probably is.
But do me a favor, make sure to go and check them out.
Tu Pepito.
Tell them that you support Weird Austin TV. Tell them that you thank them for supporting Weird Austin TV, our coverage. And special shout out for them, of course. But gentlemen, talking about the EPL real quick, the top 4. It is
Great.
closed now.
Great
it is done,
views.
right? It's over.
It's over.
Yes,
the top 4
over.
has been completed. There's been a lot of emotions that have been on display the past couple of weeks in this race that we've always said on this podcast that the top 4 race is like a trophy race within the trophy race.
Very famous words.
Famous words.
Yep.
At the end of the day, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, and Newcastle have clinched Champions League football in the EPL, and what a race it was.
Yep.
Liverpool won the league. Arsenal kind of secured their place as little brother.
Well, Tottenham too, because they won the Europa. So
Tottenham got Europa. Thank you, Bali, for
So
pointing
now
that
they're
out.
in the Champions League also.
So 6 teams from
Yeah.
the EPL.
60, and then Chelsea. No, yeah, that's it.
City ended up getting it. Chelsea.
Bro,
I
No,
gotta
but Chelsea-
ask, I
Chelsea
gotta
goes
ask
to
you some questions.
Chelsea goes to Europa though.
And then
But-
Newcastle.
But if you look at it, how it ended, top 5, to me, like Bali, I'm gonna give you credit to Bali because he said this. To me, that really shows the best teams in England right now.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a Forest snuck in there or like a Villa made it. Like if you look at it, it makes perfect sense as far as the best teams in England. You would have loved to. I mean, if you're a fan of Villa, if you're a fan of Forest, I mean.
Now,
calm
real quick,
down.
Forest,
real
the
quick.
Forest owner.
Let's talk about those 2
They
teams.
panned the camera, bro. During the game, no lie. During the game, they panned the camera to the owner of
They
Forest.
found him in the crowd.
And he was devastated, bro. He just looked like he was slouched over, just like complete devastation.
So
bro.
Forest had to they played Chelsea in the
They
final.
played Chelsea in the final. All they had to do-
winner got Champions League football.
Winner goes in.
Huge
And
stakes.
Chelsea got the job done. It was honestly, it was pretty easy. Not easy, but like Forest really you didn't see belief in the team, bro. It's not like they were a little bit with their heads down, you know.
Now they clinched Conference League.
Yes, Conference League. Yes, they clinched Conference
Not
League.
even Europa.
Not even Europa. Villa.
Forest Conference League.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is? Newcastle lost to Everton. Had Villa taken care of business, it would have been Chelsea and Villa. Newcastle out. Bro, this whole title race, this whole Champions League race comes down to one game, brother. And that's
What
the
was that?
Villa versus United
United,
game,
yeah.
bro.
And Villa.
Emilio Martinez gets sent off right
yeah,
before
he gets
half.
sent off.
Going
I saw
down a
that.
man 0-0. Villa scored in the 72nd minute, bro. And it got called off because the goalkeeper supposedly had possession of the ball. And I want you to
Onana?
judge
Onana?
this. No, because with the back of the
I didn't
not,
see this game. I didn't see this game.
not Onana. Who's the I forgot to pull it up, but
The goalkeeper.
I
of
don't
what?
know.
backup goalkeeper for United.
The goalkeepers that United has signed the past couple of years, I don't know half of them, bro. There've been so many of them.
But
yes.
okay, so there's I'll show you the clip too, bro. There's the goalkeeper comes out, grabs the ball, but he doesn't fully have control of the ball. And I forgot who it was that kind of kicked the ball out of him. He scores it. The ref blew the whistle right before it went in. They went to VAR. They couldn't go to VAR because the ref blew his whistle. The goal gets called off. To me, it's a rifle goal. Like, to me, it's a goal. The goalkeeper didn't have full control of the ball.
Damn.
The goal gets called off. A minute later, United scores. And that just goes to show the game. But let me show you.
United didn't even need to win anything.
United
Was playing for nothing.
nothing, bro.
That sucks, bro.
Damn.
That is just harsh.
pull up
Harsh
the-
for Villa. Harsh for the Villa fans. I see the Man United
I'm happy.
go here.
I'm happy for
In
them.
the 76th minute, a long goal kick. There was a header. I see. Oh,
Bro, that's
That's
a goal.
it, bro.
That's
Look,
a goal.
watch till they look.
oh.
Bro, is that not a goal? Is that not a goal?
That's a goal, mate.
That's a goal, bro.
That's a goal. The keeper never had possession.
No.
The keeper never had
But the
possession.
reason bro, the ref blew his whistle before the ball went in the back of the net. That's what kept VAR out of this. VAR can't do that. VAR can't come in if the whistle's blown dead before the goal went in. Had the ref waited for the ball to go in, then decided what he wanted to decide, VAR could have came back and overturned this goal. That would meant we don't know the rest of the game. Maybe United lock in and they come back to win, you know? But they would have been up 1-0, minute 70, whatever. They would have locked it in. What minute was it? It was like 72. They would have locked up shop and maybe buried out this 1-0
then
win.
you got a pen.
And now they're in the Europa League.
and then Newcastle is out and they're in, brother.
That's messed up, bro.
So this is the only little bit of excitement.
Crazy race.
Villa fans are destroyed right now.
Not
crying.
only in the top, in the top flight, there was
Forest fans, bro.
there was also drama in the championship. Sunderland.
Oh, yeah,
right?
so-
And all that stuff.
Jude's brother. What's his name?
Little Judy.
Little Judy.
Little
What?
Judy.
That's his name.
No, it's not.
But
forgot his
yeah,
name.
they scored in the last minute as well
Yeah.
against Frank Lampard and Coventry.
Coventry City.
Coventry City.
Drama in the EPL.
Poor
drama
Sheffield.
in the championship.
Sheffield.
Jamie Vardy leaves Leicester. He's
Yeah.
being linked with Charlotte FC. I mean, there's so much movement.
Hey,
Legend
that
to
would
the
be
game.
that would be bad.
Legend to the game, bro.
Speaking about legends that are, leaving, Luka Modric also played his final game at the Bernabeu with Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti also says goodbye to Real Madrid. The referee was also saying goodbye to professional football, but nobody cared about him. He was also crying and stuff and shit. But it was
The ref?
the main referee. That was his last game in top flight footy. But it was an emotional game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was his last match.
Okay.
And there was a tifo at the Bernabeu, one for Modric, one for Carlo. Modric said, "Thank you, legend." Carlo said, "Gracias, Carleto." So I was like, why not say legend there too? But no, I mean, as a Real Madrid fan, and I want to get you guys' takes on it as well, but for me, these are two guys that, give everything for the badge. Carlo as a coach and Modric as a player. I mean, Modric came to Real Madrid as a very, very young guy. I remember when I was a senior in high school and they played a Champions League game against Manchester United. I forget where we went to go watch it, but Modric scored a banger off the post. De Gea was very young, solid goalkeeper. The Madrid had like the dark green kit and Modric had the long hair. Scored a banger from outside the box. I mean, I remember Evra was there, Nani was there. Nani got a red card in that tie. It's just the years that have gone by with Luka Modric. I mean, it's hard to say goodbye to him. He's not retiring. I think he's flirting with the Inter Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
supposedly.
The
Yeah.
MLS.
And that's something that's been brewing for a while. I remember that David Beckham paid him a visit, and they were talking about it. So maybe that's been building up since then. But it hurts. It hurts to see Luka Modric go. But don't be sad that it ended. Just be happy that it happened. I'm thankful for the guy. I'm thankful for him. Maybe he should have left with Tony Cruz. The B was giving him a lot of shit because he left without a trophy. I thought it was incredibly disrespectful for you to say that.
To you, bro.
But I'm just thankful for Luka Modric. I'm thankful for everything.
I just took a little dig. That's all. Just a
I'm
little
thankful
shot.
for
A
everything,
little
bro.
shot.
And Carlo
a
Ancelotti.
player.
I have his book. I have his audio book. I've heard it 3 times. This is one of my favorite managers.
Carlo.
One of my favorite managers.
No, yeah,
bro.
he's a goat. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest,
For sure.
Honestly.
But I will say this. I'm happy and I'm sad this is Carlos' last game for Real Madrid because even this last game, bro, oh my God, it was so boring, bro. I was like, man, dude, I'm watching it because I'm sad. It's their last game.
Well, there's nothing to play for.
There's
Yeah,
nothing to
so,
play. But even
yeah.
then, bro, the play was boring. And it was
just-
He's focused on Brazil.
Ask
He doesn't care about
Ozzy how
Madrid.
the Liverpool game was. I mean,
Look.
it was probably.
Xavi,
lost,
hey,
bro,
Xavi's
still.
on his way. Xavi. Hey,
They won.
Xavi. Xavi's on his way. Xavi.
It was also Lucas Vazquez last game, but he didn't get a tifo. He didn't get a tifo.
Damn.
Bro,
and,
also,
and that's how you show respect to one of the.
another. Just to go back, like imagine your last game to ref is this like a Real Madrid where all these legends is their last game there.
Yeah.
Imagine that's your ref and that's your last game too.
No, the challenge, Evi Martinez.
yeah.
Evan
No, but
Martinez
yeah.
he's going
What
to
a-
Saudi
He's
Saudi
an
Arabia.
idiot. He's an idiot, bro.
Boom. He just tackles
like,
him,
what?
bro.
What'd I do?
He
What?
just tackles him, bro.
Speaking of Modric, did y'all see? It looks like I don't know how new this is or not, but I guess they Alba got a renewal, so he's not listed as a DP anymore for Inter Miami. So like we're saying, they have an open DP
It's a
slot.
Oh, Modric.
It's
Modric.
a done deal.
How are you gonna? How are you gonna
Miami
feel?
fan right here. Miami.
How are you
What do
gonna
you
feel
mean?
now?
You
that,
did it with Monterrey.
no, how are you gonna feel?
different.
How are you gonna feel now?
Way
How are you gonna
different.
feel now if
About
Modric
what?
is an enemy now? Modric will be an enemy from now on.
Look,
if
I
he becomes
will-
the Inter
Good
Miami
question.
player.
Good question. I got
I'm-
another one too.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look. I'm gonna treat him the same way that I've treated other players that I admire in this league. I'm gonna
Get their
admire
jersey.
you from afar, and if you get to play Austin FC, unfortunately, you're an enemy for 90 minutes and whatever is added on.
Okay.
Yeah, extra time too, bro. After the match, if you want to chop it up, if you want to come on the pod, the seat is there.
You getting a jersey though?
Modric's for
got-
Inter
for
Miami?
Miami's?
I can't. I can't.
You got
Not
one for
those
Ramos?
colors. Not those colors. I did not get one for Ramos. It was a gift.
Oh, okay.
It was
a
I'm
gift.
a
It was
gifty
gifted to
one,
me.
brother. I'm a gifty one.
Don't do that.
I'm a gifty one.
I actually
I'm a
have
gifty
gifts
one.
in my jersey collection. I have a Charlotte FC jersey. I have an LAFC jersey
La que te mandó Juan.
from MLS, and that's it. Those are all the MLS jerseys I have. I don't want an Inter Miami jersey. I don't like them. I don't like the pink. I'm not a fan. I don't care if it's Modric. What
Yeah,
number?
me either. The jersey isn't very nice
not a fan.
jersey.
I'm not a fan.
honestly.
I mean, I see people wear them all the time. But what number would Modric pick? Like, what
That's a
number
good
would he
one.
take?
That's a good one.
Maybe 21. Because
No.
Messi has 10.
Maybe give him 8?
It'd be his Tottenham number. I wonder what number he used to have with Tottenham. I forget.
I'm not
19.
sure.
I think it was 19 at one
No,
point.
but
with
8
Real
wouldn't be
Madrid.
bad. Or somebody has
It was
8.
19.
Whoever has whatever number he wants, they're gonna give it to
whatever.
him.
Messi
No,
might even
see.
give him the 10.
Liga MX, mate.
Yeah.
It's
The
coming to a
final.
close.
Bro,
What do you
the
think,
final
B?
is in
Hey,
a
B, I'm
couple
nervous
hours.
for you, bro. I'm nervous for you, bro.
Look,
What do you
honestly,
think?
man, I get nervous close to the game. Right now, I'm not.
Not really just chilling.
I think,
What time do they play?
like at massacre,
Like
8,
9, 8:30,
So
9.
they're like 4 hours away.
It's gonna be magical, B.
This is gonna be
They
a
play at
crazy
8.
at 8. So 4 hours from now, the kickoff.
You have to be
Prediction.
America wins it. I say 2-1.
4P.
Bro,
2-1.
I'm begging the universe not to let America
So
win it.
this,
I'ma
I'm glad we're
dance
talking
on
about
the
this.
grid.
bro,
Toluca,
because
Toluca
this-
at home.
Bro, this, you know, America is a historic club, brother.
Yeah.
Like it's got. Come on, brother. Let's be
No,
real
I'm
here.
thinking about something else.
Okay.
No, y'all can
It's a
pull it off.
historic
Y'all can
club.
pull it off. Y'all can pull it off.
We're over 100 years old, brother.
Yeah.
All right. I'm telling you right now, like, this is probably is the biggest week in this club's history.
Yeah.
To a game where you could be a 30 champion, 4 in a row, and then a week later you play LAFC to go in the Club World Cup. I mean, the upside here, the potential for America to win against Toluca, win against LAFC. I mean, what else can anybody say? It's done. It's
not
done.
done. It's
It's
not done.
done, brother. And guess what? You look at the group, they got the juggernauts, Chelsea, but you got other teams that you would think America can handle, or at least put up a performance, at least one of
Yeah.
them for sure. So the potential for them to even leave the group is pretty good. So it's a big week. I'm saying this today. The kickoff is in 4. You know, everything crashes if we can't get this done. We still have the LAFC to play, but it's just so much. Like the potential here is crazy. I don't even like want
Look,
to think about
I
this.
want you guys to make it through LAFC. I want you to, 100%. I don't want you to beat Toluca. I want Toluca to win for multiple reasons. Number one, from a homie, Alex. He's been through a lot. He's done a lot. I want them to win for him. I have also family members that are die-hard Toluca fans. I have family members that have passed away that were die-hard Toluca fans as they when they passed away. So Toluca runs in the family, bro. I want Toluca to win this chip. Alexis Vega, big booty.
and it's
What?
Not a goal?
it's in Toluca's. You know, it's away.
Nemesio Diaz. It's a tough place to
It's
play.
gonna be a tough game.
Bro,
B. It's
And you
gonna be a
told me,
rock.
You said I don't know the history. You said I don't know the
No,
history.
no.
I think you don't know the history.
No, but it's
No,
also gonna be a lot of motivation for America
I didn't say
players
you didn't know the
to win the
history.
game.
I
you
said-
said I don't know the history.
No, I
think
said-
you don't know the history.
No, I said
Whoa.
America has history. I didn't
Oh,
say
yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, he
No,
did it today.
earlier before we start
Oh,
recording.
he attacked you.
About what?
America going to Toluca's place to play.
Oh, I just said that our aura alone will cancel out the Toluca atmosphere.
It's gonna be a tough game, but I think
Who you got, Bali?
I don't know, man.
Ozzy made it clear.
I would want.
Ozzy made it clear.
Aussie's in the
What'd he say?
Aussie's in the Tacoma with me. You gonna get in or not?
Ozzy's riding his truck.
Nah, yeah.
We're-
I wouldn't mind seeing y'all winning 4
Súbete, vamos
times.
por la 17, bro. Are
That
you
would be
in or not?
nice.
I'm about
It would be nice to see y'all win 4.
I'm about to slash
So you
the
getting
tires.
in or not? Bro, don't do that.
Look,
Are you
but-
gonna get in or not?
I mean, but I wouldn't mind Toluca win it either because they haven't been champions in so long, so they deserve
It
it
would be
also.
their-
who you
their
got,
10th.
bro?
Yeah,
Their
Who you
10th.
got, Bali?
I don't know.
Come on, you gotta say something.
Alexis
don't
Vega,
know.
bro.
I don't know. man.
Alexis
It's
Vega.
tough, bro. I want both of them to win.
I got
I
the
wouldn't mind America. I think America, if they do it, they stamp themselves as the
Oh yeah.
greatest of all time, like in the era ever.
Look,
Ever.
I'm gonna say this.
The past
Yeah.
5
I'm gonna say
years.
this. I want Toluca to win. But if Toluca wins, I need the city of Austin to put a warning out. I have a friend that is gonna go crazy if Toluca wins. My G Ero?
Yeah,
Ero is bro, we might not see him in 2 weeks.
he's gonna let off shots.
My G Ero is gonna be crazy.
Bender for sure.
Yeah,
Hey, but he's still gonna get the contracts.
nah, yeah, but
still-
He's still gonna go.
Yeah,
He's
facts,
still
facts,
he's gonna go show to the meetings, brother.
Facts,
Still,
facts.
he's still gonna show it to the meeting. He's
Facts.
still gonna get those
And he's gonna be
contracts downtown.
and he's gonna be trading the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
And he's still gonna find time to go to the sauna.
Yeah.
Shout out my G.
Yeah.
No, but all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. A long episode today. Talked about a lot of footy, of course. There's interesting things coming up that we're gonna talk about here soon. You know,
Big news. Bomb like bombshell.
You know, it's more details we're gonna or will come out. Hopefully, you know, we can invite somebody here on the podcast that knows a lot about the situation that is unfolding behind the scenes. But I'm really hoping to have somebody here on the podcast that's knowledgeable and hopefully they can talk about it. Hopefully they can talk about it. I don't know what the situation is like.
Then let the bomb go off.
No.
Stuff's brewing, like.
But hopefully,
bomb go
hopefully
off.
everything
Boom.
is resolved. Hopefully everything is resolved, and just everybody have a good week.
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial
Day
weekend.
I'm
100%.
sleeping in. I'm not waking up.
I work tomorrow.
No, you
real?
don't.
Hell yeah, double pay.
Oh, okay, I was about to say double
Double
bubble.
pay, double bubble. Hell yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah, you
double
kidding me?
bubble. Hell yeah.
Hey, look, young man out there, if you're listening to this and you don't like your job, you feel like you're at a dead end job, bro, come to the trade, bro. Come to the trade, join the union. You will not be upset that you made that decision. Stop, bro. Stop. You know,
Nice.
if you're in a job that you don't like being there, get out. Come
It was
to the trade.
honestly the best decision I made.
And you know what I heard actually? I heard that first year for next year is full already, bro. So actually, for next year, I guess.
Hey, we need them.
But
We need
for
'em.
it to be already full,
Yeah, we
it's
need 'em.
pretty
I
big.
love seeing a young 18, 19-year-old kid that is like, I don't know.
I tell them all the time, I'm
I
like,
tell
bro,
them,
you
bro,
don't know you're in
bro,
a great
I-
position.
I tell them that all the time
because
bro.
they feel like they're not.
They feel like they're not, and also
Yeah.
like the main key is like shit is gonna get tough. Don't quit. Just grind it through it, bro.
Just
And
put
you-
your head down.
You're in a good position. I always do the same thing, bro. I love seeing a young 18, 19-year-old kid out of high school who doesn't have the funds to go to college. Just fuck it. Let me just get into the trade.
school.
Let me learn something. I'm like, bro, good. Keep at it. And I help them, bro. I'm like, come on, you know?
Yeah, just put
So-
your head down. I tell them all the time, so bro, wait till you get to second year, third year, then you get a good raise and all that. But all right, y'all. Verde Nation, anything else you want to add, mate?
Definitely Memorial Day weekend. Everybody have a safe weekend. You know, shout out to all the
Don't drink
soldiers,
and drive, all that
don't,
stuff,
Don't,
you know what I'm
don't drink
saying?
and drive, but just packed a couple of next months, weeks for us. So it's gonna be crazy.
May's been
Hey.
hectic, brother.
But listen to what I said. If you don't like your job, if you like your job, if you're comfortable, stay. Because it gets hot.
It gets hot.
It gets hot.
It gets cold.
It gets cold.
It gets,
we're out there, bro.
Or you could,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the unpredictability though is also why I like it. The like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you don't like it, if you like where you're at, stay, bro. But just think about that, young man out there.
Think about it.
But all right, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Bali, anything else you want to add? You good?
I'm happy. I'm blessed, man. I'm excited for Memorial Weekend. You
You're
know.
blacked out today.
Yeah, you know.
didn't.
I'm about to go somewhere right now after.
like that.
Yeah, I got a little ting that I have to go.
You in a roar,
Oh my
one.
God.
I have a little shot I have to go see. You know. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go spend some time with.
This guy.
I need some
Sunday-
love.
Sunday.
I need love, man. I need some love. I need some love. I need a cuddle. I need a cuddle buddy.
I
all
hope you
that.
find it, brother.
Oh yeah.
Hope you find the love, brother.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Thank you, bro. I'm happy.
All right, well, we'll get out of here. We'll be back next week to recap what is going to be the RSL match and what will be the San Diego away game, which a lot of people are asking me if I'm going. I'm like,
Bro,
sorry.
they're
He
mobbing.
is, he is.
There's a mob. Like
He is. A lot of people are going.
The supporters group, Los Verdes, you
That's what
know,
I'm saying, bro. I think
they've been planning this.
I got to check in.
And I don't know if it's still happening, but
This guy, what do you...
but yeah, no, there's been plans about mobbing. So there, and then you seen the clip of what happened with San Diego in the stadium.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Unfortunate scenes. There was a statement released by both clubs.
knockouts.
I mean, you saw it. It looked like a Liga
blood,
MX game. I
beer.
tell you that, bro.
And it was over a flag,
Over a flag.
over a banner, over a flag.
Bro,
over a
just
flag.
What was the
exchange
flag,
a
or
fucking
what?
flag,
I
man.
think San Diego got a LA banner or LA got a San Diego banner or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know exactly.
And
Things
then
are
all hell
hot.
broke
Hey,
loose.
things are hot right now around the league.
Things are hot.
Things are hot right now in the league. You know,
A lot
in
of
Texas
drama
as
going
well.
on.
In
Yeah.
Texas as well. We don't have
so-
to touch too much in on that
Yeah.
because we don't want to get people, in the mix. But it's hot right now. It's hot right now, and people
It's
gotta
real
be
hot
on their
on the
toes.
block.
Gotta watch the tech.
It's
Gotta
real
watch
hot
that.
on the
I
block.
always have a firm grip. I always have a firm grip.
Remember when we interviewed Atlas and it
Yeah.
got a little rowdy?
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
like,
a
bro,
little rowdy.
for a moment they were like, bro,
You ever
we're in a
seen
dangerous situation right here.
you ever seen the people do hopscotch like the insane sorry not hopscotch jump rope the
Yeah,
insane
yeah.
jump rope. So when the Atlas fans were coming out, bro, I was like looking at the jump rope and I was like thinking about like when to go in. I was like, should I go in? I don't know. Should I? I don't know.
You were timing
I
it.
was scared, bro. I was scared. I was like, oh man. But we were at Q2. Security was around us.
And also the vibe on Atlas was crazy. They had just became
champions.
champions,
yeah.
bro.
So they were
for the first
after like
time in
60 years?
After
They were
like
turned-
60 years. Yeah. And they ran it back.
Yeah, they did.
But
No, but hey, real quick, congratulations to Adam and Lazarus for graduating high school.
Hey,
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Ben Laz is officially graduated high school. He's off to college now. But all right, y'all, we're out of here. Better the Nation, Bali ATX, my GB. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. We'll see you soon.